Hello, beloved fire signs. It is time for a reading. I'm going to be doing a 3-card reading for you. And in this three-card reading, we'll be focusing on your weakness, your strength, and what you need to focus on to help you move forward. And I must say, in this process, it's really important to not have any shame about knowing your weaknesses. In fact, the more you acknowledge or the more you are aware of them, the more powerful you can become, because you'll understand that we all have strengths and weaknesses. And sometimes, depending on the time that you are in your life and where you're at in your life, you may find that your weakness can be your greatest strength. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, fire signs, let's see what your first card is. It looks like, as I'm seeing here, the Hierophant. So this one, the first card is representing your weakness. Now, the Hierophant generally represents, on a positive, is the rationality, convention, tradition. But I think a lot of you know that that can also be a weakness, where you're not going outside of the box. And maybe sometimes you do things, not necessarily because it's good for you, but it's because you were taught to do it that way, or you're doing it for others because they tell you to do it that way. This can be a weakness. It can keep you stuck. It definitely will give you a lack of freedom. That's the shadow, because there's light and positive. There's light and shadow and everything in a part of us. So in this reading, it's focusing that's a little insight for you to just acknowledge that you might have a tendency for this. But let's look at the second card. The second card is representing your strength. So your second card is the Magician. This is a good one to be in the strength. It's about manifestation, your power, your potential. Generally, with the story of the Magician, though, to access that, you must have some self-mastery in all of the elements. That's what makes the Magician powerful. This is your strength. You have the power for transformation and transmutation. So if somebody gives you some lemons, you can quickly manifest that into like something amazing. So like an amazing lemonade stand or whatever that's going to make you tons of money. So you have this strength in you. And so right now in this reading, it's focusing that definitely access that power you have. So maybe whatever was given to you, just looking at the two cards together, maybe looking at if you are following suit or staying inside the box because what life has taught you, but you know somewhere inside it's not quite the way you want it to be, you have the power to transform that. It can be inspiring for you, but change into something totally new okay, so now the third card. Now it's interesting, this one comes up, you have the Devil. Now the third card is representing actually the energy or the platform that is going to help you take off. And you're like, how is the Devil? There's a light. Like I said, there's a light and dark to everything. What is the light side of the Devil card? Well, this is a great opportunity to learn that. So think about it. It's always about the bigger picture. You have the Hierophant, the one that stays within its rigid box. And yet there's a part of you that doesn't feel so. It's a weakness because it's keeping you from the freedom that you desire. The Devil card has that same theme. The Devil is neither a good or bad guy in this reading. It is more about the teacher. And what it's meant to teach you. As you can see in the picture, it does show like this kind of constraint with the chains. That's how it can feel if you don't know how to access your greatest power, which at least in this reading talks about your Magician energy. You will feel enslaved in a sense if you are not honoring who you are and what you want. So the Devil is always just meant to be the teacher. It's not a fun teacher, let's be real. Generally it's the challenging stuff, but we learn our almost greatest lessons through the most challenging teachers. And that's what this is reminding you almost. And the Devil also represents ego. So it could mean that your ego is kind of keeping you from growing And don't allow yourself to be enslaved by that. Remember, your greatest power is the magician, and you have the power to transform whatever has happened in your life, wherever you're at in your life right now. You do have the power to change it. You will have to acknowledge all the teachings. It's not that you abandon everything you've learned, but it's learning to change it for your purpose. So I hope that was helpful for you, fire signs. I wish you great abundance and great courage right now, because you need that, and you have it. Fire signs are great. You got that in the bag. Just go for it. Go for your expression of whatever the Hierophant has taught you, and basically face the devil and say, I know what I want. Namaste.